Hey guys, welcome back. This is Scott. What's up with all those drone sightings, right? Am I right? Hit that like and subscribe button. I'm going to look at this a little bit more deeply. Even the screenshot is kind of interesting. But what I want to say is, what are these drone things? Are they alien tech mimicking human tech? Are they Chinese? Are they Russian? Are they American military? Because they seem to be coming from New Jersey area, from the ocean, from what I hear from many different reports. A lot of fighter jets flying over a particular place in the ocean about 20 miles out. Guys, what's going on? If this is coming from the ocean, it might be coming, if it's not U.S. military and it's not alien, could be Chinese, because Russians don't have that technology, but the Chinese do. They could build something like a stealth drone, and a stealth drone would be made of some kind of plastic with some kind of rubber coating to absorb the radar. But the thing is, this drone, this submarine drone, can be traveling across the ocean undetected, open up on and rise up at the coast, and let these drones fly out one by one by one. And these drones could not just be scouting. They have purposes. They're flying above the Trump golf course for 3 days, from what I hear, day and night, and nobody's doing anything about it, which is really weird. But if they're flying over that area and that location, they might have a particular thing they're carrying, like perhaps a huge amount of spray or viruses, because it is China, Wuhan virus, COVID and everything from Wuhan, but from the Wuhan lab leak. But the thing is, what if they're carrying some kind of genetically modified virus, whether it was created by Russians or China, but it could be spreading over the area, and it could have a genetic timer on it to activate in 1 week, 1 month, 1 year. They do that kind of research. They've done that kind of research 30, 40 years ago. So it's very possible to do something like that, or that could be waiting for a catalyst. The catalyst be a second drone coming over a few days later, a few weeks later, spraying the same kind of stuff. But would that affect the U.S. president? Would that affect the U.S. population just like COVID did? I mean, that's kind of concerning to me. So let's look at this a little bit more deeply. Here is this object, the screenshot of this object, which is kind of weird, kind of unusual. Now, this is the exact same thing that we see here. I just enlarge it slightly, and you can see it much more clearly. And there it is. Now, that's normal. You see it? It's just like this one, just copied it and made it bigger. And when I add a little light to it, whoops, here we go. And add a little, perhaps let's go more light and a little dark contrast and deepening. We could see some details stand out, and it really doesn't look like one of those square drones we've ever seen before. I mean, it has these arms, this arm here, arm down here in the wrong position. If this was a drone, it would be more square shaped, right? I don't know. Maybe they have triangle drones. Maybe there's some new shifting drones. Let's look at a few of these videos, and you tell me what you think. Okay, guys, this is happening at Henderson, Nevada, USA on December 4th, 2024. It lasted about 10 minutes. This guy was recording this object, strange lights flying over his house. Look how these long lights all over the place. It looks like it's not a drone. It looks like a swarm of drones. He says, I have never seen these type of lights before. After living here 10 years, the object was super quiet, and it appears to be enormous in size. Are we looking at something alien? Or are we looking at something U.S. military? There's bases over there in Nevada. Number 2, we're looking at some objects in the sky over Gastonia, North Carolina, USA on December 5th, 2024. The eyewitness states, I saw multiple drone-like objects hovering and flying across the sky. Multiple objects, triangular in shape, were seen flying along I-85 that were slowly moving. Some appeared to hover in place, estimating their size to be that of an SUV. Now, if this is alien, it could pertain to something bigger, much bigger, like a giant reveal down the road. If this is U.S. military, then I think it could pertain to something called Project Bluebeam, which is supposed to have UFOs around the world, scaring all the governments to unite as one world government. Or it could be even more nefarious. It could be from some Chinese stealth submarine off the east coast of the U.S., and they could shoot out these little stealth drones, and the drones could be carrying viruses and spreading them. They could be carrying chemicals. They could be carrying any kinds of things. It's just kind of scary what they're doing, but they're certainly not there to photograph.
So it's hard to see, but there is a UFO to the right of the lighthouse. I've got my camera up against my window to prevent shaking. You can kind of see it now. Move the camera a little bit. So it's been moving around. Oh, it just moved. And I have a better photo of it, so that way you can see what it looks like.
Here is the photo she was talking about, and you can see it's right there, and it looks like she was taking it through a scope or something. And as we zoom in, you can see there really is something flying next to the lighthouse. Now, that is very strange, very odd. Can't really tell what it is, but it does look like a craft, and it does look like there is some reef or something over here and over here near the lighthouse. So there is definitely something there, something up here in the window, and something over here. Could be something, could be nothing, but this object right here is very unique, very unusual, I think, and might warrant further investigation. Guys, this is the fifth and last one. This was taken on November 23rd, 2024, and it's New York, New York. Yes, sir. And believe it or not, the eyewitness says, I saw this orb with a white glow around it. It was moving around over Brooklyn at low altitude. It was definitely not a balloon, and it wasn't a windy day outside at all. So what was it? Well, look at it closely. He put it in slow motion here so we could see it. And he goes forward and backward, so we could see this object a little bit. Obviously, it has no wings. Obviously, it's not one of those square drones. Whatever the hell this is, it seems to have its own power, and it seems to be hauling ass. It's really moving fast. This definitely is one of those New Jersey drones that we're talking about, the ones seen flying over Trump's golf course, all over the place, over New Jersey, and believe it or not, Michigan, all over England, all over the U.S. military bases in England. Okay, there's 4 or 5 of them, and there's these UFOs all over the place. So these things are spread out all over the place. They're seen all the way far to South Carolina, North Carolina. Guys, what are we looking at here? Are we looking at U.S. military drones being tested? If we are, why the hell are they doing it all over the planet? Why not just do it on some island somewhere where nobody sees it? If these are alien, what the hell do they want? what's going on. And is that computer bot that predicted Trump would win, and then there'd be some UFO war in a few weeks from now? It's supposed to happen in like 3 weeks from now. Is that going to come true? Is there really going to be a UFO war in our skies? Well, at least that will give us some good videos, right? Or is this something nefarious? Is it drones from China using alien tech? If they're here, they're doing something very, very dangerous. Something we have to be careful of. Hopefully, it's not China. And tell me your thoughts about this. I want to know in the about description below the video what's going on. You have a good week.